nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big John and G, the two gut Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Well, July has been fun, hasn't it, my friends? How's it going? Welcome back to another Midday Monologue Monday. We do one of these every Monday. We do a video every day of the week. So come on, hit that subscribe and show us some love, my friends. Yeah. All right, so I want to jump right into this because there were some great comments this month. And I just want to talk about them. I want to share them. I want to answer them on camera. And let's do this together, all right? I'll see you down the table for this month's comments and maybe a little extra. All right, now before we get started, everyone, I want to let you know that we still have another week left in our channel's giveaway. So if you're a subscriber, then you could become eligible for a chance to win this month's game, which if you haven't heard by now, is the second edition of Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game. This is one of my favorite games. Well, the first edition is, I haven't had a chance to play the second, but the first edition of this game is literally one of my top favorite games of all time. I love sandbox games. The idea that it's a post-apocalyptic game on top of that, the way the stories run, the combat system, and the fact that you're playing a team of 5 that have been sent out from your town. It's great. There's adventures, there's missions, there's town building, there's trade and commerce, there's alliances and backstabbing. It's a really, really fun, great game that I enjoy. And now that the Kickstarter has been funded, in fact, they're almost ready to ship, actually, I have the opportunity to set this up. So please, if you would like a chance to win this game, very simple instructions. Got to be a subscriber, take a screenshot, send it to the email address with the name of the game, Fallen Land, 2E, Fallen Land, post-apocalyptic board game. You put anything like that in the title, I'm going to know what you're talking about, and you will be entered. So just wanted to make sure you all knew that that's still happening. We have a comment here from the previous Monday, which I did an episode where I talked about influencers versus what I call informers. And it was a subject that I struggled to do or not to do, but I finally just had so much passion about this concept, this idea, what's going on. I had to throw my 2 cents or my my 2 gold pieces and my 2 GP in on this thought. And I had 5 comments. Actually, 1 comment and then 4 from the same person again. So I had 2 people. One of them commented once, the other an old. Actually, they're both old friends of ours here on the channel. Let's just take a look right at it. Now, the first one comes from Board Games and Bourbon. And they said, I never liked content creator. If anything, I call myself an incontinent creator. Nice little play on words there, Board Games Bourbon. I definitely enjoyed that. Thank you very much. That was fun. Put a smile on my face after that discussion kind of took away smiles. You put it right back on. Very cool, very cool. And thanks that you're still watching. Thank you. Now, the other 4 for this comes from an old friend of ours, the Shogunstein. Very active in the comments section. So I'm just gonna read them all off and then comment one at a time on them after I read them all off, I guess. So the first one here, you show a lot of smaller games that I have not seen or that do not seem to get the attention of the cult of the new. So it is great that you show games that normally we do not get to see or even know that they exist. Also, when you know that someone has a similar taste in games, and when someone who likes the same themes or complexity of a game, well, that's a factor. That's a factor too. The great thing about your channel is that you are not hawking games or selling snake oil, but rather you're playing games that look fun, and you're having fun playing them. But rather you play games that look fun, and you're having fun playing them, and that is contagious. See, you get it. You get it, Shogun. This whole illusion that I've created here, this YouTube illusion, because that's all any of these channels are, to one degree or another. I created this for fun, so I'm glad it's contagious. I guess I'm not answering these all at once at the end. Okay. The one game I jumped on the hype train for and bought to be with the cool kids was my most expensive Kickstarter dud. And it is sitting on my shelf. I learned my don't be puppet lesson the hard way. And that game is sitting on my shelf collecting dust. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And especially I think when it comes to Kickstarter games, because these over-expensive Kickstarter games, and I'm responsible for backing like 3 or 4 of them myself, okay? So I know I'm part of the problem to a degree, but I'm not hawking these things. I talked about them, I think all of them, or most of them had a Kickstart or a Dropkick and or a gaming radar. So I've let people know of their existence, but I would never tell someone, go spend 100, 200, 300 of your own dollars on anything, much less a board game. Yeah, it's all the hype. Like you said, the cult of the new. Every time something is new out, it's got to be forced down our throats by every single person that does one of these. Well, I'm not sponsored by anyone, so I don't get these games the minute they come out or before they come out. So I get the games I want to get. And therefore, there is no cult of the new here, generally speaking. I mean, there's a couple of things on Kickstarter that are definitely cult of the new that I'm going to be hitting here. But that is few and far between. And again, that's just because of my own passion. That's because I'm I have this contagious fun, as you put it, with the games. It has nothing to do with me being bought, paid, and sold to do the same to you. Thank you for noticing that, Shogun Steam. We got 2 more from them. 2 short ones. Well, first of all, he said good topic. That was all for another one of them. Good topic. Thank you very much. Actually, I know me and Shogunstein, we talk on Facebook because he's part of the Two Gun Pixie Facebook page. And so we send messages back and forth to each other. We talk fairly often. And this is a subject that has come up between us before. The whole cult of the new, the cult of influencers. So it was stuff going through my mind. So it's no surprise to me that you thought this was a good topic, Shogunstein. But you also went on to say, I need to pick up Two Gun merch. Lil Shogunstein says, I need merch. Hey, do something simple like I did. We have a Zazzle store. Print on demand. And that's where we put our t-shirt designs. We got some hats. I love the mugs. And we got a few other crazy things up there, like socks. And hopefully this summer I'll have some more designs. But you pick something like that. You pick something like Zazzle, Shogunstein. And this way, you don't have to worry about the product. You don't have to worry about storing it. You don't have to worry about sending it out, processing people's payment methods or anything like that. You simply just make the design. Wow, I feel like this is an ad for Zazzle now. You just make the design, and you determine how much of a percentage you want from that t-shirt, hat, whatever, anything that you put the logo, the design on. it's not going to be much. I mean, you look at every single thing that's on the Two Gun Pixie Zazzle store, and that is the minimum. You can't have zero. I am literally getting paid the minimum amount for these shirts, hats, caps, mugs, and things that get sold. That's it. So I'm obviously not doing that for the money. But, you know, it's a good way to wet your feet. It's a good way to wet your feet. So come up with a couple of designs. Have a little chauvinistic, throw something out there. Try it. It's not going to cost you anything except time. That's all. So if you got a little time, you should do it. Let's move on to some other videos and some other comments. We got another old friend of ours, Fonzie the Capybara. So I'd like to thank you for making a comment on my Tabletop Takeout Marvel Champions Meet the Villains Part 2. And I had also played a playthrough of this, and this was for the villain Claw, the second villain in the core box for Marvel Champions, the card game by Fantasy Flight Games. I was talking about that, and he's following up on that in this. And Fonzie the Capybara said, "No, mate, you were doing it right on Sunday. Sunday! It is one additional card, not icon for Claw. Also, side schemes pile up faster than Quicksilver. Lovely turn of a phrase." So it wasn't my first time fighting Claw, but I hadn't fought him in a while. And I'm sitting there looking at the card, and it's saying another icon when you're drawing for a boost card. If you don't know the game, when they attack or scheme, there's a certain number attributed to the villain, along with any bonuses he may have, or attachments, or active powers. And then you draw a card from the top of the encounter deck, and if there's 1, 2, or 3 boost icons, maybe there'll be none on the bottom of the card, you add that number to it. Now, I had said while I was playing the game, this has got to be, I must have been doing this wrong last time. It says, I thought it meant icon and not card. It would actually have that vice versa. So I just started doing it that way, and thinking that I was right the first way and wrong the other way, or wrong the first way and right the second way. But anyway, so Fonzie corrected me that I was doing it correct on Sunday. It is one additional card, the way I was doing it, thinking I had... Anyway, we're not going to get into that again. Thinking I had done it the right way, the wrong way the last time. But it is. It's one additional card, not one icon. So that makes a huge difference, as I found out when I was playing the game. Because that could easily add, as I said, 2-3 points to something else. Killing me. But thanks for double checking up on me there, Fonzie. Very cool, brother. Jen Washi had a comment for us for another Midday Monologue I did previously about collection boxes. I love collection boxes for board games after they start having, 2 or 3 expansions come out for them. And Jen enjoyed the episode so much that left a comment. I have the big box for Scythe, Chronicles of Crime Millennium, and Role Player. Great investments. Wish I had one for Spirit Island, Tang Garden, and a couple of other my games too. And they are, right? They're great. They're great, even though they're bigger, so they might not be taking up that much less room than a second box would. It's so much nicer just to have everything comfortably put in that one box. It's so much better for setup, for breakdown time. But it occurred to me that I completely forgot one that I have when I did that video. So it's nice that you mentioned this and I was able to bring it up now. But one of the 20-sided warriors, T-Bone, like 2 years ago, got me the, and can you, I wonder if you can see it from here. Yeah, you can see it from here. He got me the Champions of Midgard big box for the Dark Mountains and Valhalla expansion to all fit right in there. So I forgot that when I was talking about them. But they're the greatest, the best. Oh, I wish more companies did it. More companies, if you're watching, if you're listening, like I know you're not, please, more collection boxes. Especially you, Fantasy Flight Games. And we had a couple of comments from another old friend of ours, Little Will. Also on the same subject of the collection boxes for Midday Monologue Monday. He said, I went all in with The Witcher Old World, and they offered a big box for everything, so I grabbed it. But the one game in my collection I'd dig a big box for, Descent. What the hell to do with Descent? Oh, I know. I haven't played it in a while, but I got it. I got the second edition of it down here. I have an entire shoebox, and I got a big foot. I got an entire shoebox just for the plastic miniatures. What are we going to do with it? Again, Fantasy Flight games. Come on, get on top of it. You know people are going to spend money on it. You know it. And then Little Will also made a comment for Friday Night Fillers a couple of weeks ago when I played Ultra Tiny Epic Galaxies for the first time. And he said that game is so ultra. I love it. I love it. I liked it. I can't say I loved it. I enjoyed it. I had fun playing it. But the fact that every single thing, unless I'm wrong, did I miss something? But every single thing, aspect, rule, mechanic of that game, it was literally Tiny Epic Galaxies. Just small enough to fit into a tuck box. That's it. There was nothing else different about it whatsoever, which isn't a bad thing, but if I was just going to have one of them, I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have had that one. No, I just, the regular Tiny Epic is small enough. I wish they would just stop with the Ultra Tiny series. I really do. That's the only thing I really can't stomach from them. I know that's putting it kind of harsh. I know. But just get the regular ones, will you? Now I'm going to end this one off here with a comment from another old friend of ours. I don't know if actually what your age is, but holding the fact that you've been with us. You've been with us, what I can tell, for quite a while now. So Jacob, and I always have trouble here, don't I? You must be laughing yourself. You must be laughing yourself. Look at this dummy. Look at this hairy dummy. Can't even say my last name. Jacob Wojtowicz. Is that close? Well, for my tabletop takeout on Conan the Cimmerian, Tower of the Elephant, which was a Kickstarter game I was really excited about, and I did have fun playing, even though I played wrong in a sense because there was mistakes in the rule book and especially in the campaign setup and everything. So I know I played the game wrong just because of that. But I wanted, just like with the Umbrella Academy, it's like with the Umbrella Academy right there. You can see it right there. It goes, I wanted to play it as is because this is the way most people are getting the game. Anyway, I did have fun with it. But Jacob has to say, this is a fun game, but it could be way better. There are too many crucial errors in the scenario booklet. One of the scenario has no game mechanic. There's a whole floor without any challenge. I don't understand that. And the campaign is a railroad. It is a railroad type. On Kickstarter campaign, the author sold us in the fact that there would be some choices where you could climb by the roof or go to the bottom of the floor to the top. But in the final version, there's only one road. There's only one road by the roof. For me, that's a scam. Okay, so yes, I would love to sit here and argue with you just simply for no reason other than my pure love of Robert E. Howard's creation. But by doing so, I would be lying. Because you are right. As I pointed out, and you weren't the first one to point it out to me, the problems with the scenario book. That is a huge problem. I was with you there in the Kickstarter campaign, and I know they did make promises about how the game was going to run, some of the ways that you could do things, and they never came through with it. I know. It could have been better. It doesn't change the fact that I had fun while I was playing it. But how much replayability is it going to have? I don't know. Not a lot, I don't think. But I know I had fun with it. But Jacob, you bring up some good points. And I want people to know that. I really do. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us, for checking this out. Listen, everyone that's been watching this far, you know what I'm going to say here. seems to be my Monday and Tuesday thing. You guys, if you've watched so far almost about 20 minutes in, you are super fans. Thank you so much for doing that. And since you keep such a good eye on me, why don't you put an eye or eyes down in the comments section so I know that you're such cool super fans. Thank you so. Oh, and also, you know what I wanted to say? Last Monday I saw that we had 4 likes. Not bad. Think we can do better? Think we can get 6 likes for this Monday's? Think so? I don't know. Let's see if we can. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Hi, everybody. Big John and G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and I am out of here.